Our mission is to shift the way the world deals with its conflicts, away from these adversarial and violent approaches towards collaborative problem solving, so that you, me, and everyone else in the world can live in a much healthier, safer, and more just society. People have the impression that things are simply getting worse. The fact is that we've seen in my lifetime alone the end of wars that people thought were going to last forever. We've seen the transformation in South Africa. We've seen the end of centuries of conflict in Northern Ireland, West Africa, Colombia. We see wars end all the time. But peace is more, as Martin Luther King said, it's much more than just the lack of tension. It's the presence of justice. So when you take this broader conception of peace, here too, I think we have a lot of reason for hope. We've seen a spread of really democratizing forces giving voice to regular people at a scale well beyond anything we've seen in human history. We've seen an expansion in the protection of people's rights. We've seen an expansion in the role that women can play in the public square. The voices of marginalized communities being brought to the fore. We've seen this globally. When we go into any community, what we do is we look for signs of hope. We ask people, is there anybody you trust across this ethnic dividing line? Or in this brutal military, is there a colonel or an officer who you trust, who you think is trying to move things in the right direction? Across these political divides, is there anyone you respect and why? And one of the things that we found is that when you ask that question, across all the various communities and stakeholders to conflict, you always identify at least a few institutions and individuals whose names pop up again and again. The fact is, when you don't ask those questions, and the same names come up, you dismiss them very quickly. Oh, he's one colonel in a brutal military, what change could he possibly make? Or this is one minister in a corrupt government, what change could she possibly make? And the fact of the matter is, when you engage from a hopeful place, you tend to generate more of it in yourself and in others. And I think we have to change our concept of conflict from simply a bad thing to actually understanding that conflict can be an opportunity for reaching out to understand the other and to build a better future together.